Hey everyone, Chris Renshaw here, and today I've got stuff, and I want to show it to you all. So no big review today. We're going to get back to the L5R unboxing videos later this week. We'll get caught up on some of those. But I wanted to do things a little differently instead of a straight unboxing because I was not overly happy with the way the first one turned out. So we're going to change things up a bit. But today's just kind of a little bit of a talk, and I got like I said, stuff in the mail that I wanted to show off to you guys. So first things, dice. I have a lot of dice to show off. And that the first thing I got was a Kickstarter I backed earlier this year. Late last year, maybe. It's been a while because I knew there was keeping up with the updates, there were some production problems that came through with some of the coloring. And this is the Poly Hero Dice Wizard set. Now I got the Dragonfire and Brimstone version, and so these dice are cool. Let me open these up here. I'll take some screenshots so you guys can see the dice even better. But they're dice shaped in cool new ways. So for instance, this is your D6 and it's a fireball. So I just rolled a 5. And then we have, this is D8, I believe. So you've got your D8, and then I believe this is the D10. No, 12. Yeah, this is D12, it's a little scroll looking thing. Or wand. This is the scroll. This is yep. And then there's a little D4 kind of potion holder thingy. I forgot what all these were called. And then this looks like a D10 right here. And then you got this little cool ore. This one I might actually use. The rest of these are cool, but I don't know if I'd actually use them. They're just more of cool to show off than anything. Although the Fireball D6 is really kind of cool. But this D20 orb actually looks like a usable D20. And I just rolled a 19, so that's pretty wicked. And I love the coloring on this. And speaking of those, I didn't even know this was a thing, but one of the stretch goals was these spell books, which are D2s. D2, what's a D2? Well, it's basically a coin. So I've got two of them here. One in the very similar color of the Brimstone, and then what's this other one? This other one is, oh, this is the Brimstone, this is the Dragonfire. Okay. This one looks cool. So, you know, you need, see who goes first in an L5R game? 2. Call 1 or 2. All right, call 1. I got 1. Ha, I'm better than you. Speaking of dice, we also, the rest of this stuff was actually Black Friday's goodness. There's a bunch of great dealers that had sales, one of which being my favorite peeps over at Easy Roller Dice, and they had a good percentage off on a lot of their stuff. And I play a rogue in D&D, and what that means is that I need a lot of D6s now because I'm a high-level rogue, and so when I roll a sneak attack, a normal sneak attack for me means I'm rolling like 8 D6s. So I have a couple of metal dice, and I can wanting to expand my collection. So they had a sale on their packs, and included on that were their packs of D3s. So I managed to get a few. So now I've got at least 8, I believe, metal D6s. Although for a critical, I'll have to roll them twice. Oh well. So the first ones I got here, and I managed, since I was getting so many, I managed to get them in different colors. So the first ones I got here, these are, I believe this is the powder blue. And I definitely recommend this. So my main dice set that I got was I got the gunmetal. These are all gunmetal dice, but I got the darker blue. And I will say that that's a weird color choice on there because it's really hard to see because under certain lighting, like if it's not brightly, like here it's not a problem, but if it's not shining light directly down onto it, it can get kind of hard to see those darker blue numbers. So that's why I made sure when I got these that I got lighter numbers, and see these little powder blue is a lighter blue that's a lot easier to read. So I got 3 of those. That's why I learned when I got the rose gold, I got the white coloring. So I also got a set of white because I wanted to see what they look like in the gunmetal. Oh yeah, oh wow. That kind of really shows, it makes the gunmetal look a lot darker too. The contrast is really cool. If I can actually get the pack open. Don't recommend rolling these on a glass table, by the way. We found that out the hard way at PAX Unplugged. Yeah, that was a no-no. And let's see here. Aha! Oh yeah. Like I said, it makes the gunmetal look very almost blackish, which is really cool, just the contrast there. So, oh yeah, that's really neat. I didn't want to get, I knew I wanted to get white, but I got the powder blue because I didn't want to get just straight a whole bunch of white dice because I thought that might be bland. But now after looking at it, I'm kind of wishing I had got like my entire set in the white because that actually really pops and really gives the gunmetal like a blackish kind of color. So that's cool. So now I've got a whole bunch of D6s that I can roll for my sneak attacks. And I've got some just neat dice to show off. A new D20. This might, like I said, this might get used. And I might use the fireball. I could use the fireball. But like I said, those might be more for decoration than anything else. So definitely, I don't know if I'd recommend using these Polyhero dice like in a set. I think you might make some people mad more than anything because be like, that's not really fair, or that's just bizarre, or your DM will just be kind of like, really? That's what you're using? But they're kind of cool to show off and look at. The Easy Roller dice I always recommend because they're awesome. And then lastly, we have one more set of things, and that is, if you've been following my Twitter or anything social media related, or if you've been listening to the Boards and Swords podcast, you know I've been getting big on L5R. So one of the big things, and I got to see this a lot at the Worlds for L5R, is tokens. Everyone loves to get crazy about their tokens because you've got your honored and your dishonored things, and then you've got your fate tokens and your honored tokens, all sorts of stuff. So I had met, there's a guy who does a bunch of tokens. He does laser printed and engraved acrylic tokens, and it's Andrew, and he does Curled Paw Creatives. So www.curledpawcreatives.com. It's an Etsy shop, and it's just him creating all these really cool tokens. And he made some. I had seen some at Worlds, and so I knew I wanted some. So he does these really awesome, and they're acrylic. They're laser etched. They're really well done. I definitely highly recommend these. I got to peel off all the backs of these, but that's no big deal. So see, you've got these little bars for your honored and your dishonored tokens, and then you've got these cool little flowers, which are the flowers for instead of the cardboard flowers, you got these nice acrylic flowers for your fate tokens, and then for your honored token, your overall honor tokens, not the honored dishonored thing. This is different. And if you don't know what I'm talking about for L5R, you can ignore this. And then you've got your honor tokens there. So that's really cool. It was kind of expensive. I mean, this whole set, everything I showed you, was about $16. So that's a lot of stuff, especially a lot of variety in tokens. I didn't get, like, this isn't a play set worth. Like, I think I only got about 15 of the honor and the fate tokens, mainly because as a Scorpion player, I'm never really going to get above 15 honor. And fate-wise, I tend to use fate pretty quickly. So there's not enough here. Like, I couldn't use these to simulate for both me and my opponent, but who knows, maybe I'll get more in the future as I sit here and peel off all these stickers. But one thing I haven't talked about as much on Twitter is that Andrew also does Star Wars Destiny stuff. So I've been talking with my friend Randy, and because we play a lot of the FFG, or he plays a lot of FFG games, I play a lot of FFG games. We don't really play any that overlap. So, and we're both interested in doing the nationals and the world stuff and regionals. So it's like we should find a game, or we should do a game together. And we finally decided on Destiny because it's kind of the mixture of it's Star Wars and it's the card and dice game. It kind of fits all of our interests. So in my jumping all in on that, I got some of Andrew's Destiny tokens. So you've got your 1s and 3s damages. You've got shield tokens. Now he had different kinds of shield tokens. Like there were some that came apart. I wasn't really a big fan of those. I think these are also used for his X-Wing as for shields. So I picked this set instead. And then for the resources, they have both yellow and then red kind of resources, but I'm always partial to red. So I got the red ones. So I'm super excited. Can't wait. These are all going to get thrown in my box with all the other stuff. Can't wait to use. These will definitely get used soon. In fact, Saturday, I have a L5R tournament for the last one of the launch events, Way of the Rings. So these will definitely get used there. So there you go. It's just a nice little unboxing of a lot of cool stuff that I've gotten recently. What cool gaming accessories have you gotten recently in the mail? Let me know down in the comments below. And if there's other types of things that you'd like to see, make sure you let me know down there as well. Like I said, we'll have another L5R unboxing-ish with a little bit more of my twist on it coming up soon, probably on Friday. But in the meantime, thanks you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on social media for all the great updates. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.